It's Kati time. Where does it go? Because if you think about it, it's been exactly 44 days and 1 hour since the last PSL match that we all witnessed. Up until today, when we saw yet another PSL match, which is Sundowns and Orbit, the game is currently underway. It's been 44 days and 1 hour. It's actually been 1,057 hours all in total, over 63,000 minutes since the last time we saw our beloved Betway Premiership. The last time we saw the Betway Premiership, Level Mofuke scored for Orlando Pirates and won the Carling Knockout. And then, in between that, oh brother, what a lot of action, what a lot of heartbreak, what a lot of celebrations. The Afcon started. It started with Umkalangwane, right? Al-Khabi. And there's similarities in that because the Betway Premiership started today in the same fashion. Salis Umkalangwane, welcome back to Betway Premiership football. But before we move forward, we must look back. We must look back to the last month or so when Africa engulfed us. Before we go back to 44 days ago, let's go to the 21st of December. In order to do that, I have to bring in the panel who worked the Afcon, who know it well, who understood it. Mark Haskins, who was here every single day breaking down what has happened and what will happen in the day to come. Dr. Kumalo, who gave us some of the biggest games of Afcon. Guys, welcome. It's normal again. Can you believe it? 44 days since we last saw Itiskilai.
That's a guy.
Yeah.
44 days.
Really, Magakora winning Carling Knockout for a Pirates. It's 44 days ago. 6th of December.
Wow. Ngokusho ukuthi ilontuza iAfcon ibesiphethe mas.
Besiphethe
I know besiphethe.
We're only realizing now how much we missed
I can imagine Mark had to wake up early in the morning doing that sunrise. So he was sunrising Tina Besivala.
Mark, it's been a great one though. Today we officially close Afcon.
Yeah, again, it was an enthralling ride. It was an enthralling ride. I think in terms of Afcon, it was the best I've experienced. And no disrespect to 96, but this, in terms of a football, I've been watching since 96. And this one for me has to top every single one. Despite all the drama, this was one of, if not the best Afcon that I've experienced.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Doggy, the best Afcon you've ever watched? I loved 2023 in Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah, I think so. But I think like football is a game of opinion. So
which one has been your favorite since 96?
96.
I should have said besides 96. Ladies and gentlemen, but before we do that, I need to give a heads up. And I know my bosses are going to kill me for this. Going to say, Angela, this is time. It's not for us here. But a big shout out to the SABC Sport. We promised you would give you every single game. We promised you would give you the best of analysis, presentations, and the shows that lead up to it and post every single match. And we delivered on that. To every single person who worked on it, to the bosses that encouraged us to do so. And, well, there was a fire beneath us, really, all the way from the GCAO, Nomsa Chabiri at the top, to the GM of sport, Kelezo Totlanyo, and, of course, the man who rides with us as the exact man who pushes our buttons. We call him Boss Man, Orapeleng Letare. We really appreciate every single one of you, the executive producers and the producers that came with it. So now, please give us an opportunity to close the beautiful work that you've done so we can look forward to what's to come this season. In order to do so, we've got news, we've got Vic as well. He's the most wanted person in South Africa today. Vic, the pressure's on.
Service delivery in totality. Right now, kune goal ikorwe Senegal. Banye bathi no kuna foul irobiwe Senegal blah blah blah. This is Soccerzone. We are back to finish it up here. We're starting.
Sadio will get to. Sadio will get to. For me, it's about the two teams that played the final and what epitomized them being the two best teams in the tournament. We speak about tactical discipline, and this is what both these teams epitomized throughout the tournament. Now, we're going to look very early on. When you look at their formations, this is in the 2nd minute of the game, in the 3rd minute of the game. Just have a look at this. Look at the discipline. Look at the shape of this Moroccan outfit. This is when they are playing offensively. They play a 4-3-3 formation, but they keep that formation. We say formations are a thing of the past. They don't change it in attack and in defense. I'll show you what they look like defensively in a minute. But this is how they shape up when they are attacking. And the distances are always the right. When they attack, they open up. They are very spread apart, and they want to open up teams that way. And when you look at now, by contrast, let's have a look at the Senegalese formation. Just have a look at this. Also, very compact in defense, but what's good about them, they keep their structure, the discipline. Tactical discipline is of paramount importance. If any one of these players steps out of position or is not where they're supposed to be, that's how they get punished. But both these teams, in terms of their tactical discipline, are top-notch, and that's why they were the two leading teams in the tournament. Now let's go. That was, as we said, in the 3rd minute of the game, the early stages of the game. Now we go very late on in the match. Let's have a look at how they look. 91st minute of the match. Look at the shape of both teams. You'll see it now. Exactly what we're saying. They are disciplined tactically. We speak about Morocco now. Defensively, a lot more compact, but still the 4-3-3 formation. The 3 in the middle is what has gotten them to the final. The shape of that 3 in the middle is what has gotten them to the final. Now Senegal, we saw their defensive formation, but this is what they do in attack. They change from a 4-3-3 to a 4-2-3-1. And you can see the 2 holding midfielders, they allow the front 4 to really be explosive and get forward. But it's all about the discipline. That's why these 2 teams were so difficult also to score against. And that's why when you look from the 2nd minute to the 90th minute, consistent, tactically disciplined. That's why the two best teams on the continent.
Nkosi Andile, Mark used the word enthralling to describe the Afcon. I'm just going to say it's pity all the way. But here's something positive that came from the Afcon 2025. Umphathiswa wezemidlalo Mckenzie, umongameli weSAFA Dr. Danny Jordan, as well as the president of FIFA Gianni Infantino, making an important announcement. They'll be opening development offices, FIFA development offices, the 2nd one on the continent. The first one out in Rabat. The next one will be opened in Sandton. So on the sidelines of the Afcon, action on the pitch, action off the pitch, and this is what transpired.
Well, today was a very great occasion, very big for Southern Africa. We've been working behind the scenes very hard to make sure that we have a proper office. FIFA's regional office is in South Africa, and it's an iconic building, and we've been working on it. It's now happening. We've signed with the president of FIFA and myself that the offices is now going to come to South Africa. It's going to be housed in South Africa, serving 14 countries. Including South Africa, around South Africa, the whole Southern African region. This is massive. This is big for our country. But this is what I said at the beginning. We are taking our rightful place. South Africa is standing up. Southern Africa is standing up. We will must thank Morocco for always making sure that they stand in the gap. But we are here now. We are taking our rightful place as the older brother.
The minister discussed with FIFA how we can work together to elevate the office in South Africa, because South Africa hosts the FIFA office. And what we have to do is to make sure that the services that the office renders is equal. Morocco is in the north of Africa. We are in the southern part of Africa. And we hope that we'll see all the services rendered from the southern part of Africa and from the northern part of Africa. But this is just amazing.
Well, that is only the beginning. You know, we want to make sure that having the FIFA officers there, as you know, we have said we are going to go for the African Cup of Nations in 2028. As we've said, we are going to go for the Women's World Cup, the first World Cup, Women's World Cup on African soil. South Africa is going to go for it. So I'm mentioning all of that to say there's so many development programs happening with FIFA. And FIFA is really plowing back in communities. But now it will happen from a centralized place, transparently, where everybody would see, and we will have a say in it. Our football has really gone from place to place. Our national team is playing the first game in the World Cup, the opening game. It's a repeat, and it's an iconic World Cup. It's an iconic stadium in Mexico. It is the stadium where Pelé won a World Cup. It's the stadium where Maradona won a World Cup. And it will be a stadium where Ronwen Williams won a World Cup as the captain of Bafana Bafana. No, tonight is a big one, but I must first just thank the president of FIFA for, listening to our pleas. Firstly, I want to thank him. And secondly, tonight, we're going to the Lion Park. The Lions are going to fight tonight, but I want to say two things. First, Morocco, take a bow. You have delivered the most splendid African Cup of Nations. We are so proud what Moroccans have done. And it has never, no African country, including South Africa, has ever delivered the African Cup of Nations like this one. And we must be honest, we must not be jealous. We must be honest. Morocco, you've done well. But tonight, I'm going not with the Atlas Lions, I'm going with the Teranga Lions. Infrastructure plays a massive role. There's two things South Africa needs to emulate here. One is our infrastructure. Two is the government spending money to make money. Look at the hundreds and thousands of tourists here. Once you can understand, we mustn't treat sport as entertainment. We must treat sports as a business. As a business. And for me, walking here was so nostalgic. Jessica Mtaung has an office here. I mean, really now. Just come here, Jessica. Jessica's got an office here. I'm talking to Jessica. She's like, yeah, you can come to my office. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
No, I think Minister, lovely to see you here, and we'll walk through and show you the ACA offices. But I think what the Minister says about Morocco and infrastructure, and the fact that football is a business, and if governments start understanding the impact that the game can have, not just in fixing infrastructure, but also in bringing in tourism, bringing in the money, bringing in investment from sponsors. I think collaboration with football and government is very, very key, and I look forward to engaging with you further. And I think for us as ACA, with other governments, to say sport can really change your country, and in a big way, particularly if government participates.
I just have one question.
Thank you.
President, one question.
Please.
Which, of all the World Cup songs, which one is your favorite?
Waka Waka!
Orlando Pirates have confirmed the loan move for striker Tsegofatso Mabasa to Stellenbosch. He goes to the Winelands. So after 9 appearances across all competitions for Ezimnyama Ngenkani, he scored 4 goals and an assist. Kumbule, he's also chasing that record that was set by Utso Vilakazi, 58 goals, and Mabasa is just 8 goals away. Mark.
Yeah, I'm a little sad because I feel strikers should always own records. And so, yes, he's done beautifully, and congratulations to him. He's held that record for a long time. I was looking forward to seeing Mabasa break that record. Unfortunately, that's been delayed slightly. We don't know if he'll actually return to Pirates. We'll see. But when you look at his record at Pirates, 9 games, he still scored 4 goals. And we say 9 games, but he didn't play full games. He's only played 402 minutes in total. So that's literally, when you look at the minutes played, it boils down to a goal per game. So he's still a prolific goal scorer.
A prolific goal scorer indeed. Some activity happening in Naturena. We're all excited that local football is back. So one of our journalists, Benjamin Lushoro, was out at Naturena. And one of the questions, obviously, the journalists will ask is, will Kaizer Chiefs be making any signings during this transfer window? The co-coach, Cedric Kaze, saying that we will not be making any panic buys at the moment.
I'm very happy with the squad that we have. We signed practically 12 players at the beginning of the season, and as I said, the struggles that we had in the pre-season, which didn't put especially the new players into very good conditions to play or to understand how we want to play. Now we have had time to rectify that, and we're pretty sure that we're gonna see more quality from everyone, especially from the new players. And as well, January it's a tricky period. You need to be careful how you sign players, and I'm not saying as well that we not sign any player. We are looking if there is an opportunity that we can get. We'll go get it. The period is ending at the end of the month, but as well the players that we have now we know that they will compete very well.
Ahead of the new season, Mckenzie made 12 signings, but if you look at their nearest competitors on the Betway Premiership standings, Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, Kukune United, Mtungwa, all making signings during this January transfer window. Uthulile, Enecheren.